I wake up an hour before work because I'm a snail and I don't like to rush in the morning. I like to take my time. Hey y'all, it's your girl Sierra Aliyah, aka Cece, and welcome back to my channel, y'all. So, I just want to let y'all know that I just recorded this whole video and it just deleted it, so now I gotta do it again. But, alright, so, leave after A school. So, leave after A school, that works. It depends on how much leave you have. So, I went to Bootcamp for 2 months, and then I had course school for 4 months, so you get 2.5 days of leave every month. So, I had about 14 days, and I took all of my leave before I left. I took it all because I was going to Japan, so I was like, might as well just take all. And I had 14, so that's leave up to A school. What made you want to go into the Navy? I wanted to join the Navy because college is the only reason why I wanted to join. I was at the University of Arizona for 2 years, and I'm from LA, so going from LA to Arizona, I had to pay out-of-state tuition. It was a lot of money, and I was like, what else am I not going to do? I was at home, and I was going to a little school at home. And I was like, you know what? I can't be doing this. Like, I just need to go to the Navy. Because that's what I wanted to do before I even went to college. I wanted to join the Navy. So I was like, let me just go ahead and do it. Right now is a great time to do it. So I went to my recruiter's office, signed a contract for hospital corpsman, and everything just took off from there. So I only joined because of college. I wanted to get free college. Is it hard for female corpsmen to go Greenside? No, it is not hard for female corpsmen to go Greenside. It was a couple years ago, but now, like, everybody's going. They need more people to be FMF qualified. They want to send everyone Greenside, like, immediately. So if you want to go Greenside, you have a good chance of going Greenside. How many years are you going to serve and why? Well, right now I have a 5-year contract because corpsmen get 5-year contracts. So right now I'm just going to keep it at that. In my last year, if I just love it so much that I want to stay in, then I'll do more. I'm not sure about that right now. I think right now 5 is a good number for me. What do you like most about being a corpsman? I like being a corpsman because I want to be a nurse. So we get to do a lot of hands-on things like nurses. Being a corpsman reminds me a lot of like being a nurse. Obviously, we don't have as much education and stuff like that. You do IVs, you draw blood, you do sutures, you do staples, you do a lot of things. We give meds, we give shots, stuff like that. Like, it's patient care, and that's what we do. So like, I love that because I want to be a nurse. So I think that's what I like most about being a corpsman, is that you get to help people out when they're sick and you get to save lives. And I love that because I want to be a nurse. Do you know any pharmacy techs? I got that as a C school and I heard it sucks. I do know a couple pharmacy techs. So one was my old roommate, and she said that she likes it, but she wished that she would have just stayed like quad zero. And quad zero corpsman is just like you go to core school and then you go to the fleet. Like, you don't have any extra schooling like dental or FMF. If you're quad zero, you're just a corpsman. You don't have any specialty or anything attached to your name. She said she wished you would have just stayed quad zero because when you're quad zero and you work in a hospital, you can do anything. You can literally go to any department. But if you're a pharmacy tech, you're literally you'll work in the pharmacy, and that's that, because the Navy already, paid for you to get that extra pharmacy training, that C school. You had that extra training, the Navy's gonna, keep you there. So that's what she didn't like, that she has to just stay in the pharmacy because she wants to do more patient care. But she said, it's not bad. I also spoke with another pharmacy tech, and he said he likes it. So, it depends on, I guess, who you are, kind of thing, because like, you might like it, you might not like it, but you should just wait and see. You might like it. What was your ASVAB score? I honestly don't know. I know I could look it up somewhere, but I don't know. I know that I think for corpsman, I think you have to get like a 50 on your ASVAB for corpsman. I remember like I got a couple more than what I needed to get, so like I had like just made the cut, but I don't like know the exact number. How's your experience so far? I think it's an interesting experience because this is a different side of life. Like, military life is different than civilian life. It's cool because, I'm in Japan, so it's cool to see all these different countries and do these different things and meet these different people. Like, it's really cool to me. So I think the experience is great, and you can say like you traveled, and say like if you go and you might just station on a ship, you can say you've been on a ship and stuff like that. So I think it's really cool because you get to travel the world and meet cool people and have stories and like have friends that'll be friends for the rest of your life and stuff like that. So I think it's a great experience. Is college really a great experience? Like I said, I just literally made this video and it deleted, so I gotta do it all over again. But oh my gosh, college is a really great experience. college, I still have all my like sweatshirts. I still have like all my like lanyards and all my stuff that I got from Arizona. Like I still have everything with that big old A on it. I have everything still because college was so fun. I miss college so much because it was everything that I could ask for and more. It was when you're in college, you have to be independent and everything is you. You don't have parents behind you telling you like do this, do that, do this assignment. Make sure you get up and go to class. Like your parents aren't there. It's you. So I feel like in college that's where you actually get to like learn who you are and become who you actually are because you don't have someone behind you telling you what to do all the time. So it's like you actually get to be yourself and do like sometimes some parents don't like, their kids to do certain things, but like when you're in college, you're just there by yourself with other people that are your age and stuff. So I think it's a really good experience, and I think if you have the money to do it, definitely do it. But if not, military is also a great route to do that as well, or to get money for college. How long have you been in? So I just hit my year mark a couple days ago. So I've been in for like a year and like 6 days, literally. Like it's great. I think time is flying by, which is wonderful because I think that's great. I don't need it to go slow. I need it to fly by. So that's how long I've been in. I've been in for a year and a few days. Still plan on going back to college. Yes, I do plan on going back to college, definitely. In the Navy, we get something called TA, which is tuition assistance, which means you can do college while you're in. So I'm planning on doing that maybe like in a month or so. I'm going to start that process. I'm actually probably going to go back to Arizona, but online. But you can go anywhere, really. I'm definitely going to go back, definitely. Of course. How did you get to go Greenside with the Marines? Was this something you got to choose in Corps school? I'm not Greenside. I'm not FMF qualified. I'm just on the Marine Corps base, and I work in a hospital, so I'm Blue Side. But Greenside, you can get those orders in Corps school. So it's like I heard now they're doing it at MEPS. I didn't know that, but it's like you go through Corps school and like towards like the end, you pick your orders. Like Japan orders Greenside or Japan orders Blue Side. I chose Blue Side just because I want to be a nurse, which means I would just be working in a hospital. I mean, it sounds cool being FMF. Like, I mean, I don't know. Everyone's gonna have to go eventually, but I just wanted to be Blue Side, and that's what I picked. So when you pick your orders, just hope, if you want to go Greenside, just hope that there's orders for you that are Greenside to a place that you want. Because it's a place, and then it'll be like Greenside or a place Blue Side. So that's how they do it in Corps school. Did you have to live on the ship for some time? If so, how was your experience? I've never been on a ship. Nope. If anything, I've seen one. I've never actually stepped foot on a ship, so no, I don't know anything about ship life or anything. I know there's a guy on YouTube who does talk about that, so I mean, you could ask him, but I honestly have no clue about ship life. If you could rewind time, would you have went straight to the Navy after high school? Nope. College was great. I wouldn't have joined straight out of high school. If you can do college, that's why I'm saying do it. I had to go because I couldn't pay for college anymore. But I mean, if I could, I would still be in college right now. But because I couldn't, that's the only reason why I'm in the Navy. What made you want to enlist? College, really? I mean, because before I had any thoughts of like college, I was like, ooh, the Navy sounds cool. Like, at the time I was like, they have blue uniforms. Those blue uniforms look cool, man. Like, I want to do it. And then I googled corpsman, and I was like, ooh, corpsman, I want to be a nurse. Ooh, corpsman sounds interesting. So like that was before I went to college. But I went to college. I was like, whoo, college. And then I couldn't afford it. I was like, okay, Navy again. That's kind of how it went. What was the hardest part of boot camp? The hardest part of boot camp was waiting to get out for me. Like, a lot of people says like, it's physically hard and it is mentally hard, but like for the physical part, it's not too bad. Yeah, you exercise a lot, but so if you're not used to exercising a lot, then it'll be hard on that end. But if you exercise a lot, you'll probably be used to it. But for me, it was like the mental part because like they test you mentally. Like they'll yell at you. They'll like call you names, this and that. But it's like it's the RDC's job to be mean. Like it's literally their job because it's a mental game. They're seeing if you can take it or not. So the mental part, and then just showering. And like when we used to shower, it used to be cold water. Like showering in that cold water, sleeping at night. I went in the winter, so it was cold at night. You're in Chicago, it snows out there, so it was just like super cold at night. I'm not even sure if the heater was on. It didn't feel like it was on. So it's just like you only get like one blanket, one pillow. So it's like, if you used to be accustomed to a lifestyle coming to boot camp, it's all gonna change because like I remember I used to always sleep at night. Like I used to love like putting my feet in front of a heater. I don't know why. I used to love doing that. But in boot camp, whew, I couldn't do that. It was super cold. That blanket was so thin. I was like, really? But whatever. Like, I guess it's all a mental game. So just waiting to get out, that was the struggle. And the mental part. It's like, they want to see who's going to break or not. So, like, the mental part just kind of just thugging it out. And then, like, you have to eat when they say, because then you can't bring any snacks or anything back to your compartment, which is where you sleep. Nope. You eat when it's time to eat, and then like you shower when it's time to shower. So if you like showering 5 times a day, that's not gonna happen. It's when they tell you to shower. So it's like that's all to me. That was a mental game for me because it's like you got to switch up your life or switch up what you normally did and how you took care of yourself because now you're on their time. So that was the hardest part, really. What's the difference in pay overseas? So like right now, I'm E3 right now. So like our CONUS pay an extra $300 a month. So I get an extra $300 a month, and then because I have comrades, which means I work long hours. I don't work admin hours. I work longer hours. I work 12 hours. So I work in a cool department, by the way. Like I can't tell you what department I work in, but it's a really cool department. You get a meal card to eat at the galley. So you just put down like your meal card number. But I don't have a meal card because I work those crazy hours. They take that money and they put it in my bank account. So I get an extra $600 a month, which is great. And then the 300 was also for being overseas, and the other 300 was for my meal plan or like my food. So that's nice. How often do men in the military hit on you? My first command is on this Marine Corps base. Like when I first got here, that was my first time really dealing with Marines and like seeing Marines because I was used to being with Air Force and Army because at Fort Sam it was all Air Force, Army, and Navy. So I was used to being with them. But then like when I got here, it's literally all Marines and then like all Navies in the hospital, and they have like, a couple of like CBs here and stuff like that. So it's like you deal with more Marines really in the end. And it was kind of weird at first. I got a lot of staring, like when I would go shopping and stuff, like a lot of staring, a lot of like people asking me like why I'm not married. I'm like, what? Like at the time I was 21. I'm 22 now, but I was like, why? Like in the military, everyone thinks you're supposed to be married for whatever reason. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm 21. Like, why aren't you married? Kind of thing, like trying to hit on me like that, asking about marriage and stuff. What? Stuff like that. So if anything, like I guess I'm not approachable. So if anything, I get more of that from Marines and stuff like that in my DMs. But like in person and stuff, I guess it's just a lot of staring and stuff like that. I guess I'm not approachable. I don't know. What is your schedule? What uniform do you wear? Are you working in a hospital? So, yes, I work in a hospital here in Japan. I wear scrubs because, like I said, I work in a very cool department. I can't tell you what department, but I work in a very cool department, and we get to wear scrubs. My schedule goes like this. So I wake up at 4 in the morning because I'm a slug. I wake up an hour before work. I live across the street from the hospital, so I wake up an hour before work because I'm a snail, and I don't like to rush in the morning. I like to take my time. And then I get to work. I have to be there by 5:15 a.m. So I'm there at 5:15 a.m. And then we do our turnover, which is a night shift. I'm day shift right now, so night shift gives for everyone the report and like all the patients that are in, what they're in for, any equipment issues, any supply issues, anything like that. They literally tell us everything that we need to know. And then they go home and we work, and we're working all day until 5:45 p.m. That's when we do the next turnover for night shift to come back on, and then we leave. So like we do our turnover report and tell them all the patients and the supplies, equipment, anything that needs to be said, and then we go home and we leave, and it's around 6 p.m. So that's like a daily schedule. And like I said, I work in a very cool, great department. I was blessed to be put there. I think I said this before. I'm not sure. Like I said, this is the second video I made, so I don't remember what I said. We do IVs, we do blood draws, we do shots, we give meds. We can't give meds via IV. The nurses have to do that, but like we give like Tylenol, like tablets and stuff like that. Sutures, staples, splints, stuff like that. So we do a lot of cool stuff. A lot of things that nurses do, we do. But we just don't have, the nursing license, so we can't do everything. But we do like, I want to say like 85% of the things the nurses do. But we do a lot of stuff in this cool department. So I'm blessed to be there because I get to do a lot of hands-on. I get to work with patients a lot and, start their IVs and stuff and like do all this cool stuff. So like I'm learning a lot being there, and that's what I love about it. So that's the quick version of my schedule. So yeah. I was asked, what is it like being in Japan, and also would you say getting stationed out of state is better than in-state? Honestly, I want to say yes because I can't speak for the in-state side because I've never been stationed in the States yet. My first command is in Japan. So I don't know. I like it in Japan. Japan's cool. The culture is great. The people are so sweet. I haven't met not one person that's mean in Japan. So kind and so gentle. I think it's great. And they're so healthy. They eat healthy. You don't really find big people out in Japan. Everyone's pretty tiny. From my mom. Hey moms. How much do you miss your mom? Mom, I miss you this much. Infinity and beyond. How much fun do you have in the Navy? I mean, I have a lot of fun. You gotta just be careful who you hang out with. Like, as soon as you're off work, it's your time, so you can do whatever you want. Like, I'm making this video on my off time. What you want to do, you can go out. Like, we go out in town. There's clubs, there's stuff that we can do out here. So, like, you can have fun in the Navy. It's literally like what you choose to do. 'Cause some people choose to stay in their barracks and not do anything. But if you choose to get out and do stuff, you can have fun. I considered going Greenside. I signed up a guaranteed field med C school. I haven't thought about going Greenside necessarily because I don't really want to, because I want to be a nurse, and like Blue Side, we work in the hospital, so it's like me doing what I want to do in the future. I mean, but like everyone's eventually gonna have to go Greenside, and that's cool. I didn't know that they were doing guaranteed field med C schools. Is that at MEPS? Because I didn't know they were doing that, but that's pretty awesome. So I think you're gonna have a lot of fun. Like, a lot of people, I've spoken to people, some like it, some don't. So I mean, it's literally just your own experience. But that seems cool. I didn't know they were doing that. At MEPS. So they open your letters in boot camp. They only open your letters if it seems suspicious. I noticed, like, because this one girl, she had like this big old package, and then they opened the big old packages, and then there were like candy, Oreos, hot Cheetos. There was a whole bunch of stuff in there. You can't have that stuff in boot camp. So like, they took it back to their office and they ate it themselves, because you can't have that in boot camp. So, but cute stuff like Q-tips and like stuff that you can have in boot camp, like you can send to people. But like, if it's a big package or if it seems suspicious, they'll definitely open it. How's A school like? A school to me is like, A school reminds me of like a military version of college, like a military college edition. Cause like some people's A schools were like 2 weeks. Mine was 4 months, but it felt like a year. Like for core school, it was 4 months, but it felt like a year. So it literally depends on what job you have. But it's really like like college. Like, you go to school and then you come back and then you can do whatever you want. Like, you can go out, like go off base, go into town. They have like malls. They have like, because in San Antonio, like there's a whole bunch of cool stuff like that. They have the Riverwalk, the mall. We would go there a lot and like just eat, hang out with your friends, go to the movies. So it's almost like a military edition of college. Obviously, you can't do everything that you could do in college, like everything, but like you can drink and stuff like that. Obviously not in your barracks, but like if you go off base, go to clubs and stuff, you could drink if you're of age, stuff like that. So I think it was pretty cool, like a mini military edition of college. In A school, how did you do? Were you ever scared of Tccc or Shipboard, any test failures? So I wasn't scared of I wasn't scared of Shipboard, but I was nervous for Tccc. Like, I don't know, because like no one really like could go inside that room where teacher would see, so I didn't know what it looked like. Like, I felt like if I had a good picture of it, I was like, oh, okay, I see. Like, I didn't know if it was huge. I didn't know what was in that room. But like when I went through it, like once you kind of like start doing it and going through it and like seeing people do it, it was like, oh, okay, it's not that bad. But like in the beginning, I was nervous. I don't think I failed any tests. Like in core school, if you study, like if you really study, you won't fail any tests. But like some people thought they can just like look at the page and then go out to the club and and come back and they would pass tests. But like, you gotta just be careful. Make sure you study and you'll pass. Are you gonna go Greenside? I honestly don't know. Like, I don't necessarily want to go Greenside, but like if I get the option to, I don't know, because I like working in a hospital because that's what I want to do. So I'm not sure. How does getting a Corpsman specialty job work, like orthopedic tech? So I hope nothing has changed, but if not, in core school, like towards the end of core school, everyone gets to pick orders. So when you pick orders, you can pick to go to the fleet or a C school. So like if you're at the top of your class, you get to choose first. It depends on what's open. Like when I was there, I wanted surge tech, but there was no surge tech open. There was only pharmacy, behavioral health, and there was ortho tech too. So like we only had like 2 ortho techs, like 3 pharm, and like 3 behavioral health techs. That was it. Like, so those amount of people filled those roles, and then everyone else had to pick orders from like in the fleet. So like going to Japan, Italy, Spain, Florida, like anything like that, pick regular orders. If you wanted a C school, it's like you have to be the top of your class. A lot of people wanted C schools, so it was like you just gotta be top of your class and hope that the billet is open for you. Cause like we didn't have surge techs, but a couple classes before me had surge tech. So it's like you gotta just pray that you go in like at a good time where it's open. You wish you would have picked a different branch. No, I always battle with this, like, cause the Air Force, they seem like a great branch. Like they have a great quality of life. When we were in core school, we shared the building with Air Force too. Not our barracks, but like the building where we go to school. It was like Air Force and Navy in there. And I remember our instructors in course school would like yell at us, and like we're like low key still in student status. So like they would yell at you, you have to come to parade rest when someone walked by. It was like really annoying. The Air Force people like kicking it with their instructors. Like I'm talking about like big chilling. Their instructors never yelled at them. Their instructors thought to like, you know, be rude or anything. But I feel like our instructors were like rude and like, you know, you're still in student status, so people can say whatever they want to you. But in the Air Force, they was like big chilling, and I was like, they have it nice. So if you want a nice life, a nice quality of life, Air Force is definitely the way to go. But the Navy is not a bad branch. Like that's why I said I don't regret it, because I love the Navy. It sounds like you just gotta get used to it, and like once you graduate course school, things will be different. It won't be like that anymore. I mean, obviously you have to respect your high rank. Sometimes when people are higher rank, they get like say whatever they want to you, but I don't regret it at all. What do you think is your biggest accomplishment so far in general? I think just getting to where I am now, like I literally walked into the recruiter's office and was like, I want to join the Navy, kind of thing. I want to be a corpsman. Cool. Got that knocked out. Cool. I was like, all right, your ship off is December 11th, 2017. Cool. Went to boot camp, knocked that out. Went to course school, knocked that out. I'm in Japan and I'm in a cool department, like learning all these different things. And I'm just like, I remember when I just thought about doing this and I'm actually doing it. I think that those are my biggest accomplishments so far, just getting this far, because like some people don't make it past boot camp, some don't make it past course school, some like don't get to be, you know, in Japan. I was very fortunate and blessed to be in this position that I'm in, and just like, advancing and keep going and keep going. The department that I'm in, it's like it's great, it's really cool, we can do a lot of things. So also that, I would count college too, because I was at U of A for 2 years, and that was great. Like that was a great experience. I learned a lot, met great people, and like had good times. So college was also a great accomplishment as well. Okay, so that was a quick overview. I don't think I answered everyone's question, but that was like kind of like a couple questions. And like I said, guys, that was my second time recording this video, so I hope I didn't leave anything out, because I already had recorded this video. It was like a good 40 minutes, but then it deleted. I don't know what I did, but it deleted. So that was me actually pressing record again and going back over the video. So I hope I said everything. I hope I got everything. I'm probably going to make another one. So if you have any questions, let me know. If I didn't elaborate on something, let me know, because then I'll elaborate more on it. Yes, let me know if y'all have any questions. Thank you for watching this video with me, y'all. I am Sierra Aliyah, aka CT. Have a blessed day.